and he will be sharing us his insight about China. Please welcome Mr. Daniel.
Ladies and gentlemen, 女士们、先生们，大家好。Good afternoon. It's always a great pleasure to come back to Birmingham because 10 years ago, I first came to the UK to study at Warwick and I landed in this very city. It was a lovely day, sunny day, and 10 years after that, October 2025, I am back. And I'm here to talk about visiting China, visiting the Greater Bay Area, and visiting Shenzhen. It's really a wonderful feeling. Before I came to the UK for the first time, I had a lot of expectations of this country. I was told, for example, that this country rains a lot. And when I arrived, I realized it doesn't rain a lot. It rains every day. And sometimes you have this mixture of weathers all in one day. But having said that, the UK has probably the best summer in the world. If you've been to Cotswolds, Lake Districts, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But the interesting thing is, I've noticed, British people leave this country at the best time of the year. Another thing that's very different from my expectation is I was told the food is awful here. Well, fish and chips, as you mentioned, full English breakfast, they remained my fondest memories of my eating and my life here in the UK. And also you have this variety of so many different choices. You have Italian, French, you have Indian, Chinese, although the Chinese you have here isn't quite the same as what we have in China. I mean, I've never had crispy aromatic duck in China, never. We have Peking duck, yes, but never had crispy aromatic duck. What is that? I mean, my dear friend and mentor Frankie Zhang, many of you here will know him, entrepreneur and community leader. He once told me, this dish is invented in this country. So apparently, British people didn't like the fat and crispy skin that we put in Peking duck. So a Chinese chef in London reinvented the recipe and created something completely different. And that's my point, ladies and gentlemen. Things could be completely different from your expectations. Very often we are influenced by what we hear, what we read on the news, on social media, and from friends. But things turn out, they could turn out completely different from what after you actually experience them. And that's the beauty of life, to experience and to feel the differences. And that's exactly why, ladies and gentlemen, tell your friends you've got to go to China. You've heard a lot about my country. You've heard from Director Zhao Li, from Mr. Peter Han. You've heard about the Great Wall, the terracotta warriors. You probably heard that every Chinese knows Kung Fu. And you probably heard that the Chinese people have this magical way of keeping fit. I mean, I think you'll agree with me. I mean, look at the ladies who were dancing earlier. They do have a secret. And you probably have also heard this, that black tea was invented in Wu Yishan by accident. And of course, you would have heard of the legends and stories of Chinese dragons, or we call it Long, L-O-O-N-G, in China. But my point is, you've heard all about China, but all of those things, they remain stories, rumors, and legends until you go and experience them yourself. And I guarantee you will be blown away. So before we actually ring up Yinhua Trouble, very important, 333-666-8888. I mean, Chinese people love eggs, don't we? The owner and founder, my friend Dennis, is right there. Or you booked your flights with Hainan Airlines, or fly out from Manchester Airport. Let me take you on a digital journey to China's city of miracles, Shenzhen. Have you ever heard of Shenzhen?